My last girlfriend said I was a 20 out of 10 on the ambition scale. And I thought, how great. I've won 20 out of 10. But then she said, and that's why most women can't handle you. So I don't think she was trying to neg me or gaslight me. She was trying to be helpful. But learning that you're so challenging romantically because of this was a challenge. Somehow I was still thought the 20 out of 10 was a great number at the time, you know? Uh, as a kid, I remember always being rewarded for being so ambitious. I remember one of my friend's moms one time standing in the kitchen and in front of her son saying, I just wish my son had half the ambition you had. And that probably made him feel like shit, which is too bad. But the point is, we all just assume that ambition is this great thing. And it really got me questioning, how great is ambition really? And is it really true that more ambition is better? Well, ambition would certainly have you think so, right? But it led me to a bigger question, which was, what the fuck is ambition? And where in the world or outside of this world does it come from? So before judging it, before labeling it, I needed to understand it. And that was exciting. I resisted jumping into ChatGPT and Google. Instead, I did more of what I'm trying to do recently, which is listen to myself. So I meditated on it. I journaled on it. I am doing the artist way right now. And so that's really helpful. I listened to my soul essentially. And I let it tell me through feelings, which I've described in my book as kind of this divine technology of consciousness, like a way to learn and understand without words that can later form into words. Basically, what is ambition? And what I've learned is ambition can be both good and bad depending on its root. Ambition in its highest form is the soul spark. It's a clue from source on our true purpose. And in this case, ambition is leading us through this creative journey of abundance and expansion. And ambition in its lowest form is the ego spark, driven by competition and FOMO. And in this case, ambition often leads us through this valley of comparison and lack. Not that all ego is like that at all. The ego is here to protect us. But it is safe to say that ambition is this beautiful superpower. But every superpower also has a shadow. And so now that we know this, what do we do with it? Well, it means that ambition itself is a teacher. And when we feel the need to do more, rather than dismissing more as either bad or selfish, we can pause and we can just ask, what's the root of this ambition? Do I really need more? Do I really want to start this business? Do I really want to make this video? Do I really want to meet that person? And is it true to my soul and my purpose because I get to do it and I'm so excited? Or am I motivated out of obligation, maybe competition, and maybe even fear? And then there's that feeling of, I have to do this. So those feelings are really a good telling point as to where ambition is coming from. And I call that invitation embracing ambition. It's just a way to inspect and listen to essentially calibrate your actions to your North Star and your true purpose. Importantly, it's more of a framework that allows you to construct your belief system to support whatever identity you're building, to root your feelings, and establish a more grounded frequency. Essentially, experience a more coherent life and experience more resonance. So at least that's what my ambition with all of this actually is, which has been a challenge in itself to figure out why I'm even making a video about ambition, right? And if you don't know me, I'm Dominic, and some people know me as Nika growing up for short. I've had what many would refer to as a big career in tech. I've been a founder of multiple 7 and 8 figure startups. One of them was acquired. I was a product leader. After that, currently at Shopify. Before that, Instagram and Facebook. So I've been blessed to have all of these perspectives inside this big career and all these organizations. And reflecting on that career, I notice a really common theme, and it's that ambition is very tied to performance. So much in our life in tech is about performance. We even judge ourselves every quarter with our performance reviews and our scores on how well we're doing. And whether we like it or not, much of what we do is to impress others, just to get better reviews. We're financially incentivized. And what this does to me is it leads me to go out and seek all this external validation constantly. And I'm trying to break my relationship with external validation and performance in that way. It's just not healthy. It's steeped into every aspect of my life, the way that I relate to women, the way that I build my calendar and choose what I'm doing, the way that I post on social media, looking for likes. Was this well received? And I've had enough. Now, notice I'm not saying I've had enough ambition. I'm not saying that I'm done with performance. I still have goals, very big goals. I have a lot of ambition. I love my ambition, but I don't want to perform just to impress others. I don't want my value to be based on how others will react, or worse, how I think they'll react. So, this projection, that's what I call outsourcing self worth. So I want to perform, but I want to perform for myself. I want to perform for my inner child, for God, not in some religious way, but just for the collective creative source. And if others notice and applaud, that's great. But making a video, for example, if it doesn't get distribution or likes, that's okay. I did it for myself because I cared. And I want my ambition from now on to be for me and not for others. And I think that is healthy ambition. Now, how am I going to do this? How am I going to reach this big goal? Honestly, I'm not 100% sure yet. And that is what makes this so fucking fantastically fun. It's a journey. I know that the work that I did creating the daily growth map, which for folks who don't know is my first book, it's a journaling program, helped me get in touch with feelings, and countless others get this mastery of feelings through journaling to create identities. Before building that framework, I was distracting myself with excessive amounts of alcohol, sometimes drugs, food, sex, spending all the money I made, uh, living this dangerously fast life that at 280 pounds, it was hard to be fast but at 280 pounds, I was at the risk of having a heart attack. And don't get me wrong, I've got no problem with any of those things. I think they're fantastically fun in their own way. And you should do whatever you want. There's no judgment here. But if they are pulling you out of alignment and blinding your purpose, that hurts you. And so I want to basically take a look at the work that I did on feelings and understand my takeaway about myself from that, which is that I'm a solid student. And that doesn't surprise me. Very type A. But more importantly, I can materialize everything that I learn, and I invest a lot in learning into teaching for other people. And I love doing it. And so I plan to do exactly what I did for feelings for the topic of ambition. So if you are on this journey too, navigating your ambition, if you've ever asked yourself, where does ambition come from? Or if you're just intrigued and want to follow along, I urge you to join me. And the best way to do that is join my newsletter. There's a link below, or just subscribe. And when I write something that I find valuable for myself, I will share it out. And I'm also thinking of starting a community where people can share their ambitions. That feels like the best way to meet soulmates, ambition first. And that could be romantic or platonic or both. And perhaps these become real, real life events where we can all generate in a more creative energy together and share those ambitions, right? Also, perhaps it could be an app where it acts as an ambition guide that helps people prevent that shadow of ambition that we've been talking about and stay more true to that soul spark and build your ambition that way. However, it manifests, it's truly exciting to embrace ambition for me. So I hope you accept the invitation to navigate this with me. And if you're called to, I would love it if you would share any comments about your thoughts on ambition. How did this resonate with you? Any of those ideas, did they interest you more than others? And what tools are you using to build, navigate, and ultimately embrace ambition?